It's senior night for Michigan State as they take on Rutgers at 8 a.m. This is going to be a rematch of a game that happened earlier this year where it was an 88-79 victory in overtime where it looked like Michigan State wasn't going to win this game whatsoever. Rutgers obviously blew the lead, and this is a game where it's going to be celebrating the seniors, right? Like, this is a tradition that Michigan State has done for a really long time. Obviously, kissing the logo at the end of the game. They'll be celebrating guys like Carson Cooper, Jason Kohler, Denim Wojcik, Trey Ford, and Nick Sanders. This is an absolutely massive game for Michigan State every single year. MSU is, I believe, a 19.5-point favorite as of right now, and this is a Rutgers team that struggled throughout the season. This is a Rutgers team that did struggle, but did also give Michigan State quite a bit of fits. Now, do I think last game was a little bit of a flash in the pan for Michigan State? I do. I think MSU really didn't play well defensively at all in that game. And I think obviously you have to give credit to Rutgers for that, and especially Tariq Francis. Tariq Francis in that game was absolutely incredible. 23 points, by far Rutgers' best player. They also shot 37% from three, 10 for 27. Michigan State did shoot 36%, so about there. But this is a matchup that Michigan State absolutely is going to have to come out fast. This is a matchup that you truly want to continue momentum, because this is a game, if you win this game, you clinch a triple bye in the Big Ten. That's exactly what happens. This is a game that you obviously want to win from start to finish, want to control it from start to finish, right? You want to give these seniors an opportunity to kiss the floor at the very end and celebrate at the end of the game. This is also, like I was saying, a Rutgers team that hasn't been playing very well recently. You just really have to look at how they've performed in the last couple of games. Like, it's really been a struggle for Rutgers basketball overall. This season. They did get a win against Maryland, but then they lost against Washington. They lost against Minnesota. This has just been a team that has been beating the bad teams, but have been losing to the decent to good teams. And obviously, we know that so far Michigan State has been great this year. Obviously, like I said a little bit earlier, did give Michigan State some troubles if you look at just overall, not only scoring wise, but like Michigan State out rebounded Rutgers by 23 rebounds, and it forced this game to go into overtime. Now, MSU did have issues with turnovers at 15 turnovers. They also did not force turnovers. Rutgers was really good at taking care of the ball, 5 turnovers. And it really took not only a Divine Ugochukwu made 3 at the end of the regulation to force it into overtime, which Divine is obviously out for Michigan State. It took a really good Jeremy Fears game, 29 points. Carson Cooper had a good game, 12 and 14. Jason Kohler had 12 points. Colin Carr had 13 points. The starters had a pretty solid game for Michigan State. It still forced this game into overtime. Now, obviously, that was on the road. It's a lot more difficult to win these types of games on the road in the Big Ten. This is going to be a home atmosphere. Now, obviously, it's going to be a game that there'll be some students in the zone. The Michigan State is on spring break currently, so maybe the atmosphere might be a little bit different, but you still have a lot to play for if you're Michigan State. You don't necessarily have the Big Ten conference regular season championship to play for. Michigan has already wrapped that up, but you have seniors to play for. And historically, Michigan State has done a really good job on senior day of getting those opportunities to play everyone, to get the opportunity to kiss the logo. And this is a Rutgers team, if you look at it in the past, isn't as good as teams that Michigan State has played on senior day. You look at last year, right? Michigan. Yeah, Michigan last year, they were a good team. This Rutgers team is nowhere close to that. They played Ohio State. They've played really, really good teams and have found ways to win. This is a game that I fully expect Michigan State to win. This is a game that I fully expect the bench should be a big part of it as well. I think Trey Ford's going to get a little bit of run just because he's a senior. Kurt Tang has been hitting shots recently. Jordan Scott has been playing decently well. Obviously, he's going to be in the starting lineup. This is an opportunity for some of these seniors, some of these players to continue the momentum that Michigan State has been building, continue the win streak that they've been on from their away games in Indiana, to now going into this game. You can't look beyond this game. I know you have Michigan on Sunday, but it's one of those games that Michigan State's going to have to handle business. Rutgers has caused them issues in the past, but I don't think they will do that in this one. I think Michigan State will win definitely more comfortably, but it's one of those games where you can't take them lightly. You truly can't. It's Rutgers. They have good players on this team. But overall, this is a game that you should handle business, lock up the triple bye, and go into that Michigan game with a possibility of maybe locking up a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. This is the last really hurdle that Michigan State has, depending on seeding in the NCAA tournament. If you can get it over with, this is the last little hurdle that you truly have to do. And if you're Michigan State, you want to stay on the 2-3 seed line, and right now they're on the 2 seed. So win this game, see what you can do against Michigan, see what you can do in the Big Ten tournament. It's becoming March. It is March. You need to figure out ways to win. I think having a comfortable win at home on senior night to celebrate the seniors that have been at Michigan State for as long as they have. You look at statistics wise, there's a post, I forgot exactly who it was by, there's 22 guys in the Big Ten that are starter, that are playing, that have been 4 or 5 guys. Michigan State has 2 of those guys, and Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler, and those guys absolutely deserve praise. Those guys absolutely deserve a good night. I think we're going to get a good night from Michigan State in this one, and I think they'll get those guys involved pretty early on, and I think MSU at the end of this game will end up winning. Will end up basically securing that triple bye, and we'll see what happens against Michigan. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, feel free to like, subscribe, comment as well. Try to get too close to 100 subscribers. We're 9 away, so if you could help me get there possibly before the NCAA tournament, that would be greatly appreciated. If you like it, make sure you tune into the recap of this game. I'll talk about exactly what happens. But thanks for tuning in, and make sure you tune in to the other videos.